part of my job, as I see it, is to try to make you feel comfortable working problems and to kind of show you some tips how to work problems. I know growing up a lot of times, story problems, everybody's like, ew, they're story problems, you know, but that's kind of life, especially in science. So let's take a look at this one. It says basically we're dealing with a rod. You're like, I have no idea what a rod is. Well, it's a unit of length. There must be something up here coming in describing a rod. It says that 11 yards is exactly equal to 2 rods. So I've read this a few times, and actually we're going to take that 11 rods. It's exactly equal to 2 rods. I'm going to go ahead and write that down, see how we're going to use it. 11 yards is exactly equal to 2 rods. Sounds good. And then it says how many rods is in 2.50 miles. Okay, so we're going to go from 2.50 miles to question mark rods. Okay. Now, they didn't give this to you just for no reason at all. So we could actually backtrack. Do you see we can backtrack we can get to rods if we knew yards. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, you may not have committed it to memory, but a lot of people have. A lot of people know how to get from miles to feet. It's a by definition thing, too. It's 5,280 feet is equal to 1 mile. So if you memorize that, then you're actually in good shape. So then all we need to do is to get from feet to yards, and hopefully you know that. So 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. That one I might expect you to know on a test. I wouldn't expect you necessarily to know this. 1 mile is exactly equal to 5,280 feet. Maybe not. And then over here, this one right here. That 2 rods is exactly equal to, better put exact. So when we go to round, that's not going to give us any, we're not going to have to round according to any sig figs there. Okay, so that's kind of what we got going on here. So the strategy again, we're going to go from miles all the way to rods. We're going to go from yards to rods according to what was given. We are going to go from miles to feet. Okay, oh, yeah. We're going to go from miles to feet using 1 mile is exactly equal to 5,280 feet by definition. And then also by definition, 1 yard is exactly equal to 3 feet. So again, we're going to have the term we want to convert is going to be the first term. And then we're going to have 3 ratios from these equivalency statements. So let's see how that goes. So the first term, the thing we want to convert is 2.50 miles. We're going to put miles on in the denominator and feet in the numerator. So it looks like this. 5,280 feet over 1 mile. And as we do this, units of miles cancel, and we're left with units of feet. Then I've already shown you then that third term, so units of miles cancel, we're left with units of feet. We can cancel feet and get to yards by this equivalency statement or using this ratio, 3 feet over 1 yard. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and use this equivalency statement and go ahead and make a ratio there so that units of yards cancel, we're left with units of rods, and it looks like this. So now if we go to see what cancels, we said miles cancels, feet cancel, yards cancel, units of rods are what we're left with, and that's exactly what we wanted to get to. So let's take a look how we're going to round this. Is there any uncertainty here? Yes. So how many sig figs are in 2.50? 3. Is there any uncertainty here? No, it's by definition. Any uncertainty here? Nope. It's an exact relationship by definition. Any uncertainty here? Nope. It was exact. So it looks like we're driven just by the 2.50 3 sig figs there. So rounded to 3 sig figs, I wish I had my calculator so I could kind of show you what the calculator answer is. But notice in this case, to show 3 sig figs, we actually have to specifically put that decimal there, and we've shown 3 sig figs. Keep in mind that if we would just put 800 rods, how many sig figs is that? That is just 1 sig fig, right? What would be, how could we pack this up in scientific notation and show 3 sig figs? I got 8.00 times 10 raised to the second power.